Hello everyone and welcome to this Meet This Speaker video. I'm here today actually in Amsterdam with my good friend and colleague Knut Relbemo. How are you doing, Knut?
I'm good, thank you, and thank you so much for taking the time to do this.
Always have time for you, Knut. So for those of you that don't know you, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Knut Relbemo. I'm from Norway and I work as the partner manager for Valo Intranet. And also have my own document template solution called DocsNode and been working with SharePoint since the beginning.
Awesome. So you've been working with SharePoint since
2001, yeah.
Did you start your career with SharePoint?
Actually not. I started the career as a developer, so I developed Visual Basic scripts and all that kind of stuff. And the company I worked for then, they had their own CMS system that was built with ASP and all that kind of things that we had before. And then suddenly the boss in that company discovered SharePoint. So he wanted them to try to rebuild that CMS system on SharePoint. So that was how I got into it.
So how was SharePoint for you back in 2001?
Challenging. Ugly and challenging. I think that could be the two things we can say. But at that point in time, it was also something new, something really cool and exciting. So, but looking back, it's like a crazy thing to think about, like how this looked like before. So yeah.
So you've been working with SharePoint for 20 years. What keeps you excited about keeping in the same technology?
It's changing so fast and so often, so it's kind of never get boring, and that is the beauty of it. So and it's, for me, it was always like a Lego box. That's like how I looked at it. So you can build it, you can build things on top of it, make it into more or less what you want. So it's only up to you and your imagination for what you can use SharePoint for. Even now when Microsoft is building more product out of it, but I still feel that it's still a platform and not a product only. So that's why you can do a lot of fun things on top of it.
Cool. And you've also been speaking at user groups, SharePoint Saturdays, conferences across the globe. Do you remember what your first ever presentation was and where?
I'm not sure if I remember the first one, but I think I do, and that was really funny because, you know, I tried to find something that there was not too many people speaking about in the community, because, you know, it's like a ladder to climb to kind of get up to the level you want to be, the small steps to take. And I actually did my sessions on Visual Services and how you can use that to interact in a more graphical way with and filter the document libraries and the SharePoint list. So that was typically my first session was around that topic, and then I had a lot of session on content migration and migrating from and doing like the in-place upgrade and all this kind of stuff from SharePoint, like migrate from one version to the other one. But the one that kind of made me go to a lot of exotic places or like interesting places in the beginning was about Visio services.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the most exciting conference you ever spoke at?
The most exciting conference, I will say that it's like two different things on that, because firstly, the first time I spoke outside of Norway, where I'm from, it's the first is always something special.
When you become that first international
speaker. Exactly. So that was actually in Belgium with one of the partner companies from Valo that was hosting that. So it was Silos. So it was actually in the Silos conference venue where they have their offices and so on. So I was there attending the SharePoint Saturday in Belgium. So that was extremely really cool. And I remember the first time I managed to speak in America, that was like a really dream come true, because that also meant it was not the first time I was there, but you know, it's like for me America has always been like the next step. We are fairly cool in Europe, but it was always like the next step was in America. So that's why I'm really excited that this year I'm speaking finally at the SharePoint conference, because that I have not done before. So for me this will also be a super exciting time to kind of be there, because I remember SharePoint conference was one of the first kind of conferences where I was at. That was big and huge, so I always had it really close to my heart.
What are you speaking on? I think you have two sessions, right?
I have one session.
One session.
Yeah, one session. It's actually a really, really cool session that I do love to have, because it's all about building your own product hub based on hub sites and site design, site scripts, some community web parts to kind of lift up all of the the sites that is yours and that is interesting for you and so on. So it's like a really hands-on session when you will get a lot of tips and tricks and you can actually go afterwards and build it yourself.
Nice, and you're on the latest and greatest hot sites, com sites,
Yes.
everything that's brand new.
Yeah, exactly.
And how many SharePoint conferences, like the Microsoft SharePoint conference, you attended?
Oh, that's a good question. If you only talk about the SharePoint conferences, I think it will be probably 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know the party is one of the big perks of the SharePoint conference.
Yeah.
So if you had to bet or to guess, who do you think is going to be the main event at SharePoint conference in May 2019?
The main party, you mean?
Yeah.
Or I hope Valo will have a main party.
No. I mean that we're working on it, but that we can't talk about it on video yet. But I mean like the conference organized party. Last year we had the B-52s.
Yeah,
if you remember.
I remember the B-52s in the pool and some guys jumping in the pool. Yeah,
of course.
So, yeah,
that always happens.
Yeah,
but who do you think is going to be the main event this year?
What do you mean with the main event? Like which of the?
Which singer, which band, or?
I actually don't know. So,
who do you want to take a guess, or who do you wish it would be?
For me, I will have fun anyways. So for me, it's just all about being there with the people, my friends, the community. So, and I'm listening to all kind of music. So I'm not so kind of.
Okay, you're really good at avoiding my question.
Yeah,
so
I know.
I'll give up.
So,
okay.
So yeah.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Knut. I'll let you go back. I know you have a session pretty soon.
Yeah.
And looking forward to see you in Vegas.
The same. Thank you so much.
Thank you.